Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
I would like to call this meeting to order for Crete Monee School Board 201U, Committee of the Whole. Today is Tuesday, October the 14th, 2025, 6:30 p.m. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Ms. Woolfolk?
Here.
Ms. Venegas?
Here.
Mr. Sawalish?
Here.
Dr. Hall?
Here.
Slide Stumbers is here. Mr. Gallegos? And Mr. Brown?
Here. Let us stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Dr. Hall, followed by our mission statement led by our Board Secretary.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our mission is to engage and empower our students to positively impact their community and future.
Thank you both board members. Do we have any public comments?
We do not.
Thank you. Any board updates?
Yeah, did you guys see our band perform Monday in the downtown, right? The Columbus Day Parade.
They were?
Yeah, they were the high school band.
Yeah. They got some
Wow.
pretty good airtime, too.
Wow. I'm sure you didn't miss it, Jamie, your son.
Shout out to Mr. Gribb and them for getting that coordinated and everybody down there.
Good job. Good job. Any other comments?
I have something. Thank you. On October 4th, I just want to share with 1,000% excitement about our third annual fun run with our Education Foundation. We set some records, and we're just really excited about. We have more runners or participants, because you could have walked too, who participated. Our sponsorship levels were a little higher than the previous year. So overall, we're just excited about continuing this tradition with the fun run. And would love to see how we can find a way next year to get more students involved in the fun run. But the community did show up, and I'm just excited to share that report with the board today.
Thank you. Thank you, Janine. You have really took the baton and started running with it.
Literally,
And I really appreciate all you do for that foundation. And let's not forget. if
It's
you
not
haven't-
too late to donate. Is that
That's
what
what
you're
I
going to say? I knew it.
But you can count me.
Yes.
Didn't say how much, but you can count me. So
Okay.
I just got caught
So
up
I
in-
have a blank check?
No, I didn't say
Oh,
that. I will definitely donate to
Okay.
Do you want Dr. Hall and I to figure out how much you should donate?
I'll
We
let you
could do
guys.
that.
Oh.
So whatever he hasn't donated yet, that's how much I'm donating.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Times.
No. How much I
Okay.
promised to donate, that's what
Okay.
he said.
And they're
to donate.
matching. That's what I heard them say, Mr. Brown.
That is good. Good community engagement.
Yeah, it was
Really
fun.
appreciate it. And the football, anybody else?
Um,
I know we cannot leave without
I
talking
wasn't
about the
even gonna
football.
talk about football. I went to CSK, and to watch, I'm always amazed to watch an elementary school dismiss. And because I work with elementary schools a lot now, and to see that dismissal and how smooth it was, but I was not on. Oh, it looked like it was great. But I'm always amazed at watching those elementary schools dismiss. I went over there at the wrong time. I didn't think that would be dismissal. But it was just such a smooth process. Going in the building, it seemed really peaceful. It just reminded me of when my children were there. So it was a nice, pleasant visit over at CSK. They look like they're doing good things.
Wow. Yeah, I'm hearing good things about the principal over there too as well. All right. And I just want to give a shout out to, again, the coach in the football game. Was both of those games, the homecoming and the ribbon cutting, both in October?
Yes.
One was in September, one was in October?
Yeah.
Okay, this is,
Ribbon cutting was September.
but is this our first time coming back to a board meeting
Since
So,
homecoming?
since the ribbon
Yeah, I
cutting
think
and
what he's-
homecoming?
I think what Mr. Brown's getting at is we did the ribbon cutting 2 weeks before homecoming.
Yeah.
And we had,
Okay.
our board member was already passed, the board
Ah,
member.
so this is our first time.
I think so.
Okay, well, man, okay, come on now, somebody could talk about
Well,
those
I'll
two
say
great
he just,
events.
he won his 100th game of his career.
Yes.
Wow.
And they surprised him, was it last game?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or last home, that was
The
last game.
homecoming.
Yeah, it was the homecoming.
Homecoming game
Yes.
with his family and his parent. He didn't know that all
He
those
did
people were
not
coming
know.
out, and so that was a good thing.
Yeah,
The field is dynamic. I love the lights. It scares me every time because I'm thinking, oh no, not the, and then they scored. I kid you not. Every time they flash the lights on and off, like I think, nah, it can't. And, yep. But,
Wow, and the scores were, I mean, you can ask for any perfect, not having that perfect environment of attending a football game. I mean, everything went well. And last but not least, Mr. Sawalish, Bill, board member, your team did a magnificent job with the fireworks and all of that at the homecoming.
Amazing.
Oh my God, I was so, and Dr. Cognadise and I, we were talking about, okay, it's over, but it's over.
The finale.
That's the finale. You had like 12 finales in there, okay? and the longevity of it, man. I said, man, how much did he spend on this? You did an excellent job,
Thank you.
and you're hired. You're hired for my
Well, the
next event.
boosters sponsored it, and Mr.
boosters did it.
Sawalish was the instrument.
I just set it up.
We didn't see you. We saw little spots of lights back there in the dark. We were saying, which one is Bill back there, okay?
It's
You was
funny, at the very
incognito.
beginning when you do the ceremonies, I was actually, I heard it, so I came up underneath the scoreboard for the softball. Just so I
Okay.
could see, watch.
Okay, now we know where you're gonna be at next year. So good job.
Yeah.
Job well done. Excellence in the field.
oh, and I don't know if you all saw have you seen the softball and baseball fields?
No, I haven't.
Oh, they look so nice.
They look
laid
great.
out the turf, yeah.
Now the softball, baseball, soccer is gonna play on the football field, right?
Oh, they've been playing on
Have they-
football.
they have played the game?
They played tonight, as a matter of fact.
Oh, really?
Against Kankakee. Did they play at home tonight against Kankakee? Right.
Oh, wow. Okay, well,
So see how that all works itself out? Football, and you got soccer on there. And if anybody has seen our 2 home games and watched the band at halftime and how they move, and Mr. Gribb has done an outstanding job getting them all summer long. In the past, the band would go out and perform and do a great job, but the movement, like on a college field, they look fantastic already. They look really good, the band.
I know Mr. Hollyfield. Is he here tonight?
No.
No. He pulled me aside and said that getting the new complex has changed the environment, and how he was so pleased to have so many staff members at the game on the evenings that he's come out or for the home game. He said he hadn't seen that before, and it's really livened up the atmosphere in the school and changed, get a more of a positive feel from his perspective. of what
good
he
warrior
said.
spirit, huh? Excellent. Well,
Mr.
job.
Brown, if I can,
Sure.
I don't know if enough credit or if I can give credit to the videographer. Whoever
thought you
makes
was gonna
those
say to me or
videos
something. Give me
and they
credit.
get posted on social media, they're amazing to me. And I just, whoever that is, and apologies
yes.
for not knowing
Is
a
that the young
name.
man?
He's actually an alum that we've hired. He's a vendor.
Okay.
And so, we've hired him to do, he's our
so
preferred
good.
vendor, yeah.
I
He
really
doesn't-
feel like I'm right there. I don't know how he captures all those angles, and I'm sure there's an art to it, but he does a really good
Yeah,
job.
he
So
does.
please share him that. Yeah.
Without saying a word. Yeah, kudos. Just our whole media is excellent. Newsletters and all of that. And Dr. Coglini's, myself, Dr. Perkins, Dr. M, was he there today, this morning? Were you there at the Smart Lab? He wasn't there. How could I? Okay. Yeah, we got a chance to be over in Monee Elementary to witness the Smart Lab there. Excellent job. Oh, I would love to go back to be a second grader. Not really, okay. But I'm just so excited. We have 2 or 3 elementary schools left to
I believe 2.
two. Well done, well done. Just a bright future.
These were all done with sponsors.
Yeah,
So,
technology.
yes, that really helps. The
Great
students were
job.
excited about that.
They
They
were
love the
excited.
3D printers and all the things that they can do.
Yes, great job there.
Was that how you get one of those smart lab shirts?
Yes, you have to attend. You have to be a participant.
Extra large. I'll participate too. I'll come over there
Yeah,
and
they
turn the
come up.
computer on.
We have the ribbon cutting ceremony in about 4 or 5 weeks. I'll let the board know what date that's coming up.
Great job by all. And last but not least, you know what? I don't boast so much of my positive things I do, but I do let people know about the negative things I do. So one of the sponsors today was there. Maybe he's a hit sponsor, the young man. He asked the students a question, and he said,
Was that Raymond?
I live in the most northern part of the United States. He asked the kids that question. And I love geography, right? And I said, I whispered over to Dr. K, Maine. But the answer was Alaska. I think some kids got it, but I didn't get it. Was that a trick question or what? Did you guys get it? No, Dr. Perkins.
No, it was he framed it differently for the kids than he did for the adults.
Okay, well, the adults didn't get it. At least I didn't get it either, so. All right, no, enough of that. Let's get to administrative updates. Superintendent, good news, number 6A.
We are going to continue on with this good news that we have in the district, because there truly is a lot of good news that is going out. So tonight, I am very proud to have with us members of the NJROTC program. Tonight, we're going to recognize and honor some of our special students, as well as the program itself, as one of our top programs in the district, and that is, again, our NJROTC program. Our students here tonight will help to receive the Unit Achievement Award, and that is for the program, which is an annual award given to cadets in good standing who are members of a unit that achieved the unit achievement status. It is the second highest unit award that can be received in the JROTC program. So it is based on outstanding performance in manager's inspection, cadet conduct, community service, and field trips. So tonight, I'm going to ask P.O. Reed to come on up, talk a little bit about the program, and then I have a special award to give to you. Yes.
We have it.
Good evening. It is truly an honor to receive this Unit Achievement Award on behalf of the NJROTC, Crete Monee High School NJROTC, me being the senior naval science instructor. But I just want to make something really clear that this award is not just for the unit, it's all of the people that supported our program, such as this district, our principal, our school, all of our cadets, our booster parents. We just get tremendous support with this program. And also, with that being said, last year, our commanding officer, Rihanna Askew, and our executive officer, Chelsea Rice, they're both in college right now, but they went out of their way to try to make sure that we to achieve this award. They had a board up, and their goal was to do over 5,000 community service hours. And it's very unheard of to do 5,000 community service hours for a program of our size. Even with this award is not based on size, but it's very, very rare for a unit our size and this small to receive this Unit Achievement Award. So this is a prestigious award for us. It's a great award. It's just a start of what's going to be happening with this program. And I just want to say that our cadets did the best, okay? We are on the high list of when it comes to the NJROTC in what we call Area 15, which covers Wisconsin, Ohio, Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska, also Nebraska. So with all those units that are out there, the larger units out there, I take great pleasure in receiving this award on behalf of the NJROTC, Crete Monee High School NJROTC. And thank you all very much for your support with this program as well. And thank you. Can we get a picture of our booster parents as well? Yeah. Absolutely. Come on up. You play a huge part of this. A huge part. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Chief Reed, you have done such an excellent job with our students, and it's kind of going to stay with me with the phrase you use. The cadets are the best cadets. So every time they are out there in the community, I've seen them, how disciplined, how organized, how good they look, and how respectful they are. It just does my heart well. I just, what was that, the first day institute, what's the first day of school? For the teachers, what do you call, opening day? Opening day, they were out there, they rode the red carpet, they're there and, saluting and attention and the whole 9 yards. So, and it would not all happen if your leadership was not there. So thank you. Okay. Good example for the community. All of you are a good example on how kids ought to be. Respectful, understanding, a sense of learning, a sense of wanting to do the right thing. So good job to all of you too, students and parents.
Yeah, the program's where it's at because of the hard work and dedication of P.O. Reed,
Yes.
without a doubt. He sets the tone, he sets the example, and they follow.
Yes.
And he, again, the program wouldn't be anywhere near where it's at if it wasn't for P.O. Reed.
Yes.
Great job.
Great job. And Booster Club, thank you, Booster Club. You're so involved. You fly up under the radar so often. So thank you for all you do. Jay, that's Jay over there, right? My glasses. Jay. We go back a long way. So good job, Jay, for all you do. And I'm sorry, what's your name? Rochelle. Okay, good job. Okay. Any other board member like to say anything? Okay.
I just
Okay, I'm
say,
sorry.
good job. Keep doing what you do. You, the cadets, the parents, the boosters. It makes me excited and proud just, for what you all do. Even though my son didn't get to be part of JROTC when he was here because it wasn't here yet, he still was able to go to the Naval Academy and serve and represent, and he's really enjoying Navy life. So pray for him. He bought a motorcycle. I'm
I just had a quick question.
A lot of praying.
Is it a coincidence that all women are here, or is that a reflection of the entire cadet squad, or because I noticed? Really? Okay, that was it. Thank you.
Only you sophomore can pick something out like that, okay? Now you're a junior now, upgraded. All right.
I had just one other item to recognize. This month is Principal Appreciation Month, and in particularly this week, we are recognizing our principals, our assistant principals for all the hard work that they do. This week that we are going to be having a special gift for them from the district as well as the board, actually tomorrow at one of their meetings. So I just wanted to do a shout out for all of our fine principals. They have done an amazing job in this district, leading and really being there for our kids. So just wanted to say that. And that's all I have today, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Superintendent. I'm gonna need a motion. I'm gonna have to move. Yeah. We have a spot for closed session number 9, but given some things that have came our way, we'd like to move closed session up to right at this point, right now. So can I have a motion to move closed session up to right now, right before we embark on number 6, Bravo?
Moved.
Moved by Bill.
Second.
Second by Janine. Any questions or comments?
Why are we moving it?
It's going to be pretty lengthy, and we don't want to have, I don't know, I guess.
got attorneys here, so.
Yeah, there's some efficiency there and all that too.
Okay. 'Cause so then we come out, we have to,
We're going to finish the meeting, Bravo,
The
we're not taking
presentation.
any action.
right, I get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll finish
just
up on
to be clear.
6B and 6 Charlie, and then our just, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, and 10.
All right.
So we're going to have a presentation.
I know.
Yeah. So we'll have our attorneys sitting around here for a couple hours, probably, or an hour. So we'll be in closed session for about an hour, 15 minutes. Okay? And the reason that we are going into closed session is for the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees and litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of the particular public body has been filed and is pending before a court of administrative tribunals, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case the basis for the finding should be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed meeting. 5, Illinois compiled statute 120/2 in parentheses, C as in Charlie, in parentheses, Roman numeral 2. All right, can I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Venegas? Aye. Mr. Sawalish?
Aye.
Ms. Woolfolk?
Aye.
Dr. Hall?
Aye.
Zeit-Stumbers is an aye. Mr. Brown?
All right, so again, we are in closed session for another hour and 15 minutes. We will come back, but there will not be any action taken on any additional items that we will revisit. Thank you, public. Okay, we're live here. Turning back to public session. And up next is our business department, number 6, Bravo. Presentation by Brian of the audit 2024-2025 school year.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Johnson, Director of Finance for the school district. I'm here to introduce Lindsay Fish. She is the audit principal from Sickich to give an update on our final 24-25 audit.
All right, so on behalf of Sickich, I'm pleased to present to you tonight the results of your audit as of and for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2025. Tonight I'll summarize kind of how the audit process works, the opinions issued, the single audit findings noted, some key financial and pension highlights, the status of the single audit, and your ISB financial profile rating. I've got maybe 5 to 10 minute presentation for you. So first, with how the audit works. Our audit was conducted under generally accepted auditing standards as well as government auditing standards. The purpose of our audit is to express an independent opinion on whether the district's financial statements are fairly presented in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. So what we do is we review internal controls, we will test samples of transactions, confirm account balances, and assess compliance with laws and regulations. The goal of the audit is to provide reasonable assurance, not absolute assurance, focusing on areas of the highest risk. So audit opinion, we issued a unmodified audit opinion. This is commonly referred to as a clean opinion. This is the type of opinion that you want to receive on your financial statements. So congratulations on the receipt of that opinion. That's the highest level of assurance we can provide. That means, yes. Yes, we'll liven up in here a little. That means, in our judgment, the financial statements present fairly in all material respects the district's financial position and operations. In addition to our opinion on the financial statements, we also issue a report on internal controls and compliance under government auditing standards. That second opinion is required due to the amount of state and federal funding that the district spends on an annual basis. That second report noted no noncompliance with laws and regulations, but did include one finding related to segregation of duties. This finding is consistent with prior years, and I'll explain that here next. So again, we have that one finding related to segregation of duties, and in practical terms, what that means is basically one or a few individuals handle multiple parts of the financial process, such as initiating transactions, recording them, or reconciling accounts. So while it's not uncommon, and it may not be avoidable in smaller teams, but our job as auditor is to note this within the audit because it can limit, the ideal internal control functions you've got. So would like to just highlight that even though you have this segregation of duties issue, there was no indication of any error or misuse or fraud or anything like that. This finding simply just recognizes your staffing model as far as who has access to do what things within the district. The district does have some compensating controls in place, such as reviews and approvals by leadership. So there are additional controls in place to help address that segregation of duties issue. For financial highlights, the total general fund balance was approximately $41 million, which was an increase from last year of $11 million. This gives you about 6 months worth of operating expenses within your fund balance, which is right kind of in the ideal range of where you want to be as far as reserves within your general fund.
So that being said, you said about 6 months. I would take it we have 6 months or more if we made our financial profile recognition.
Yeah, I can't say for sure if it's 6 months or it was right in the 6 month range, but I will cover your financial score shortly as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
And then across all funds of the district, you had ending fund balance of $54.6 million, which was an increase of $5 million from the prior year. Pension and OPEB highlights, so the district participates in TRS and IMRF for the pension funds. Both are managed by the state. So these liabilities are shown on the face of your financial statements as long-term liabilities, as these aren't items that are due today or tomorrow or anytime in the near future. These are long-term liabilities. The district made all required contributions to these pension plans during the year. There were no pension-related audit issues. And your participation and reporting of these pension plans are consistent with other school districts in Illinois. Next, I'd like to highlight the single audit. So because the district spends more than $750,000 in federal awards, you're required to have a single audit, which is when we do some additional compliance over specific federal programs. The U.S. office, OMB, has not yet released the 2025 compliance supplement, which is basically our guidelines as to how to audit these federal programs. So as a result, we have not yet issued the single audit, and this is not just for your district, this is for everybody in the United States that follows this compliance supplement. So once that does get released, we don't know when it will be released. We were told any day now, like 2 months ago, so we're unsure of the timing of that. But once that is released, we'll finish up our single audit testing and issue that separate single audit report. It would not affect the reports that we've already issued. And then I was gonna next cover the ISB financial profile. So the district's ISB financial profile score remains in the recognition category. This is the highest rating available. So this reflects that you have strong fund balance levels, healthy cash reserves, timely debt payments, and effective expenditure controls. So recognition status demonstrates continued fiscal stability and strong management practices. So just kind of a high-level summary, the district received a clean, unmodified audit opinion. We had the one finding related to segregation of duties, which was repeated from prior years. We had no compliance findings or material weaknesses noted as a result of our audit. District's financial position remains strong in the recognition category, and then the single audit is still pending federal guidance. Just would like to thank the business office and administration for their assistance during the audit process. Always a very smooth process working with the district. This is the first school district that I work with whose audit report was issued. You're my first one, so that just kind of demonstrates how quick you are to get us the information we need to complete the audit. So, thank you for that, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Good job. So our district, I know a couple times I asked the question, are we using the modify cash or accrue method of accounting? And I think we was doing a mixture, right, Brian?
It's in your funds is the modified accrual, and then it kind of is converted to the full accrual basis on your government-wide, but yes, it's the accrual basis rather than the cash basis that you report on. So you have to pick up items like accounts payable, accrued payroll. That's kind of the difference between cash basis.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So is that typical for districts?
For a district of your size, I would say it's typical to use the accrual. I'd say a lot of smaller districts do use the cash basis, so it's really kind of just dependent on management's decision as far as if they feel that is appropriate.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
What is the deadline to submit it by?
10/15 is the deadline, so as I mentioned, of the probably 20 plus school districts, this is the only one I've submitted so far. So it's a pretty quick turnaround time to have, especially with accrual basis, because a lot of times you're waiting for bank statements or invoices or stuff like that to come in. So it's due 10/15, but you can get it extended up until 12/15.
Okay, that, I think what I'm getting at is, in the past, we've always been to the 12/15. So to Brian and Jason and all the financial team, that's really great. To be able to get that turned in on October 15th.
That's 2 years.
Yeah, that's a great job.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Jason and your team, good job. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next up, we have the discussion on item number 6B, Bravo. Number 2, discussion of resolution authorizing Patrica Gleason Boyd and Izzo LLC to intervene in property tax assessment proceedings. Hello.
Yeah, sorry. go therefore, my apologies.
Sorry.
Been waiting a long time.
You thought you already gave your presentation or what?
I was waiting for 6 Bravo 3. Sorry,
You really jumping the gun here.
For, President Brown and other distinguished members of the Board of Education, Dr. Kara Coglanese, thanks for allowing me to take the podium here. This is a quick one. Basically, representatives, our counsel from the district's law firm, continues to represent the district in tax interventions, property tax appeal boards, State Department of Revenues. And they do have an old resolution on file, and some opposing councils have questioned why an updated resolution has not been provided. So this is just a formality to get an updated resolution, and that'll help them advocate on behalf of the district when it comes to any cases regarding property taxes that they represent us.
So we're looking to bring this resolution for an action item to approve it on next week?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. All right, since you up there, do you mind going over number 6, Bravo number 3?
Absolutely, President Brown. Don, if you can, we do need the screens for this one. So, and I will try to be brief. This is an updated version of the presentation that was given last month. A lot of slides in here are very familiar to everyone in here. I will spend a little bit of time on a few, and then we'll close with some new information. Okay? So this is our short-term facility plan B, 2024 through 2026 and beyond. This is a slide that you guys are all familiar with. It has our current projects that have been approved by the Board of Education. The 3 outstanding that we're currently working on right now is the roofing project at Crete Elementary, which we actually received the invoice today. So that project will be wrapping up soon, and all these numbers on here are current through September 30th, 2025. Nothing's reflected from October. Then we also have the middle school addition project that we began some work this summer, and then a majority of it will be done this school year and then wrap up in August of 2026. And then continued work at the Sportsplex at Crete Monee High School.
Are we doing work there during the evenings now at the middle school?
No, we're not doing work in the evenings now. We are working to mobilize, and they will be working in the building during regular school hours. I've worked with Mr. Tobias, the Director of Security and Building Administration, to make sure we have a clear path. So they will be setting up and working in the fall and throughout the school year in the interior parts where they set up the temporary walls in the middle
During
school.
school year?
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, while classes are in session?
Yep, that's why we did the demolition during the summer, because that was really the heavy construction, allowed work. So that's why we were able to demolish the amphitheater stairs this summer, and so they'll be able to work throughout the school year.
Were they still trying to get the foundation in for the addition part before
Yes,
winter?
Yes, that's what we're hoping.
Yeah. So everything they demoed in the summer when they ripped out the amphitheater, they were talking about doing the classrooms throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
Once everything was buttoned up, to get that going. And then I think next spring, or depending on the weather, depending on how the winter goes, start the addition.
To your knowledge, Jason, have we ever tried this type of endeavor while school was in session? To your knowledge?
Not
All
to
the
my knowledge.
construction that we had on, have we did constructional work during school time? Do we mow grass during school time?
Yes, we do, and
We
then
do?
we also worked on the bridges addition at the high school. That work was done during the school day also.
Okay. And the principals found no issues or distractions?
Principal
Okay.
Crisos has been great. Her and her team have been a wonderful asset and great lines of communication. Believe that they really want the project done, so they're really willing to work with us on this one.
Okay. And you say we're looking to have additional security?
Not really additional security. Mr. Tobias has an officer scheduled down, stationed in a hallway. They're just going to move them closer to the door that they're going to use. So we've been coordinating everything in terms of days off, student attendance days, bus arrivals, tradesman hours and things along those lines to ensure that we keep the building safe.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
Next slide here. As I stated, this is all very familiar from previous presentations. Crete Elementary, we are complete with the roof project there. So we didn't use the entire contingency amount. So I did leave it in this presentation just because, as I said, those numbers are as of September 30th. So you will see a reduction in cost there. I can put in the FYI the exact amount of how much contingency will be left because I just saw that invoice come in today, but I did look it over with Mr. McLean, so.
The 200 and.
213,000, yes. So we used up a small portion of it, but a good amount, maybe 70% will be coming back to the district, so came in under budget there.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating on that one.
No problem, sir. This slide, no work was done at Monee or the ELC this year. So here's the one that I do want to speak to a little bit is the middle school, okay? So the first line there is a line item that we've had in this presentation for quite some time. I do not have exact pricing to replace the rooftop units, but for accounting purposes, we do have a line item amount of $2 million allocated to that. So once I get that information from contractors and architects, I will update that line item to give us a more accurate idea of where we stand with that. But those are accurate figures for the addition at the middle school. We've made it through 100% of the design phase, and they've got all the pricing through the co-op. So I believe that number came in about $70-some thousand lower than the previous one when we were at 90% when Mr. Swallish brought that point up last month.
So going back to those rooftop units, are we looking to totally replace the existing rooftop units, or are we adding on?
Actually,
It says replace there. So what, I thought, I could be wrong, and I probably am. I thought the existing units that we have is relatively new, like 10 years?
well, we
don't know.
have, these aren't necessarily the rooftop units that's going in the addition. The rooftop units in, I believe, the original part of the building, the front main entrance,
Yeah.
those are approaching the end of their useful life. So while we are, doing construction over there, we thought it'd be a good idea to get pricing on the rooftop units because our in-house HVAC guys have advised me that they're pretty much running out of all the tricks they can to keep those things up and functioning.
So was this factored in, was this original cost when we talked about the middle school project to replace the units?
Yes, sir, this line
Up
item
front?
has always been in
Okay.
there. Yes, sir.
Okay,
So
cool.
like I said, the only thing that's waiting on is, the final pricing from them.
Sure.
And then whether or not we're going to do it all this summer or if we're going to split that between this summer and next. But as soon as I get that information, and I have it itemized out, I can also put it in a presentation for an update.
Now, the last question on that, the scrap value, do the contractor get that? It's a lot of copper there. Do the contractor get that when they demolish those units? Do we get a portion of that? Not as
Yeah,
much, really?
It depends on the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how the economy is, depending on if you'll get what for scrap. However, you have to
Copper's
break
pretty
it.
high now,
You have to
so-
break it down.
Uh-huh.
So it's not about just taking it over there. You have to break it into pieces and
To take it to the yard, huh? So
Yeah.
that's-
I honestly don't know if we have the equipment to, haul and get it to a scrap.
No,
value
and
papers
they-
stuff
Okay,
like
I was
that.
just looking at
And you have to
the
reclaim the
opportunity.
refrigerant. I do it.
Sure,
I
sure,
have
you
a-
would know that.
Someone
yeah.
that does it, and there's regulations to it,
Okay,
but it's a lot of work.
okay.
Unless you get a lot of volume of that stuff, then it's worth it. Other than that onesie twosie, it's not.
Are these refrigerant chiller, are these chillers or, what
I
type
can
of-
look into that for you.
I don't know, Bill, are these
know.
chillers or is these just regular refrigerant, what type of refrigerant?
Yeah, I don't think
And I'm
they're
getting into the
chillers.
details, but I'm curious because of the value. Refrigerants and stuff, R22 is out the picture right now, right? Difluoride, dichloride, dimethane, I remember that, okay? That's out the picture, so just the expense here. Look at the opportunity. Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No problem. Here we have the presentation for the high school. Nothing has changed from this slide except for the fact that I took the, last time I presented, I had the $315,000 for the wash and pack building for the FFA. I took that out, so we have a clear idea of where we are with approved projects as directed. So,
Can you make these bigger,
um,
Don? Can you make this bigger?
yeah, I'll work on taking some of the text out for you next time, Dr. Hall. Put it in there.
Huh? Yeah.
Or you can use my glasses. Guaranteed not to see using my glasses.
Are we still on track to potentially get the not the pack and play, The wash and pack, sorry. For the FFA?
At this point, I'm showing that, presenting where we stand with available capital project funds, and then we can move on that with the next steps. I was gonna get to that in a
Oh,
few
okay,
minutes.
thank you.
No problem.
That's fine, that's, I can read that.
Speak for yourself. So,
Okay. So, yeah, as I said, nothing really changed on this slide. As far as the sportsplex goes, we are going to come in underneath the contingency amount that is approved there, so that money will also be coming. We did use more of that than we did at Crete Elementary, but we definitely will not use the entire contingency money. So that's also additional money that will come back to the district that we can use for future projects.
I haven't seen anything on the admin, the new admin location. The parking lot looked like it might have been coated or whatever with asphalt. But there's some gaps out there, 2 or 3 inches. Are we looking to do anything with those gaps there?
You're referring to
The admin, the new. your office.
690?
Yeah,
I think that, that's up for consideration. There's a lot of parking lots, or quite a few parking lots.
okay, but
need
that
some
one
work.
just seemed like an easy fix before it get worse, is to, take care of those big gaps there. So if you can bring the board something on that, just what it will cost, just not to tear up, or rip anything, just to add some filler, asphalt filler in between those big gaps.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
some there, but I think over time it just kind of sunk.
Yeah, I'll talk to
Contract.
Keith. I know they've been doing that at the other lots too, so I'll be sure to
Okay.
do that too, so it doesn't get too bad.
Okay.
Okay. So what we have here is the funding plan. We have our working cash bonds that we are going to keep in reserve and not spend. Towards the bottom here, you see the original amount of proceeds from the alternative revenue sale bonds, and then how much is left in that account as of September 30th, which is just over $19 million. I'm going to apply for the school maintenance project grant for FY26. That opens up October 16th, and then we'll close out the FY25 one where we listed work at Crete Elementary. So those $50,000 grants will come into play, and that's money that's locked in. So total proceeds from the alternative revenue bonds and the school maintenance project grants is $19.2 million. So, updated financial summary. As you guys can see, in total, we have about just over $13 million in contract balances left, with an available fund balance, or available funds, of $19.2 million. So basically, from the way I look at this, from the 2024-2026 Plan B, we have an additional $6.1 million in capital funds that we can use towards future projects beyond 2026.
And this is excluding not borrowing the other $5 million in
You
alternative.
you really did your homework, President Brown, because you're stealing all my thunder. I was going to get to that
I'm
in
sorry.
a second, okay?
Sorry.
So, no, go ahead. I appreciate the engagement, okay? So,
Okay, there. You have a way with words, okay?
That was a nice way to put it.
That was.
that just flowed right
As
through.
long as you didn't use the word but, okay?
Yeah. So, coming from the previous slide, like I said, from the previous short-term facility plan, we have a surplus slightly over $6.1 million. Now, when it comes to the alternative revenue bonds, I know the board approved a sale of $30 million. I spoke with Bob Lewis from PMA. He got real technical, and I will provide that in the FYI. I just don't think it's time to be discussing it this late at the night, the intricacy of bonds. But we can actually sell up to $7 million. That's because we sold bonds with a premium, and that didn't count against the principal amount that was approved. So I know we went to sale in 2 separate sales, $15 million apiece for the alternative revenue bonds. Those bonds were sold, and the investors paid a premium for those. So that premium kind of knocked down the principal amount of the sale, leaving us with the ability to sell up to $7 million. So I know we previously discussed $5 million, and since Mr. Lewis informed me that we had some extra money, or much extra money that we were able to sell, I wanted to include that in the presentation too. So if we sell $5 million in additional revenue to bonds, our annual payment will increase by $358,934. And if we sell the $7 million, that would pretty much max us out with those alternative revenue bonds. That would increase the annual payment to $520,000, $134, I'm sorry, $521.34. And that sale must occur by March of 2027. If you remember, we had 3 years with the binding hearing, and then we approved that. Approval was good for 3 years, and we approved that in March of 2024. So if we are going to act on the sale of remaining alternative revenue bonds, we must do that by March of 2027. So in totality, the total available funds under each scenario, slightly over $11 million if we sell additional $5 million in bonds, and slightly over $13 million if we sell the additional $7 million in bonds. So where does that go from here? Next steps. Recommend that we create a short-term capital projects committee. Through the work of that committee, we'll identify and prioritize additional capital projects and then create a timeline for each project that the committee comes up with. So that is all I have right now. If you have any questions, I'm available, and I will do the best I can to answer them for you.
So I did. So I want to let everybody know, I asked Dr. Kara to have Jason put this, so I know we have the FFLA.
The wash and pack building.
The wash and pack.
Yes, sir.
We have that out there, but the other thing we have out there, and I wanted him to lay everything out so we all understand what is available and what's left. I think the one thing that's still a variable is the rooftop replacement at middle school. However, the only two things I think we could put on there, but so we understand we have the money for, is that pack and wash, but also the life safety. So if we can get a list, a total of the life safety, and in your slide with this, we can break that down and put it in summer of 26, summer of 27, so that we at least have a plan of when we're going to be complete with that, correct?
Yeah.
So that at least we've got that in our notes, because if we put a committee together, which is a great idea, we just don't want to lose the life safety and then the, correct me, the wash and pack. Wash and pack. At least once we get the middle school done with the, like you get all those finals, then we can slide those two in there and then see what we have left. Because we are going to have some contingency money coming up, and that's just not done yet, right? So,
Well, mind you,
life
going back
safety?
to the life safety, so
Yeah.
you're saying the life safety is every 10 years, we conduct a survey of buildings that's over 10 years old to see if there's life safety issues that can cause harm to our district. And then if we identify those, our architect usually performed this survey. We identify those, we are by law subject to come up with a game plan to address these life safety issues from criticality to high priority to the low priority over 5 years. Okay, so we have, the last one was done just last year or so?
Yeah, I think it was early last year.
Early
It was the
last
start of our
year.
new tenure.
So from the previous one to that one was in 2013, 2014. And I understand we addressed all of those issues. Wasn't any open items?
we addressed them when we did all of the construction, except for the old MEC, because
Okay.
we decommissioned the building.
We had 400,000 at MEC of life safety issues, so we didn't address those. Memory serves me right, $400,000 to $600,000, okay? So Bill is saying that we have money set aside to address the recent life safety issues. So I would think that we already identified those issues, that we got the report, and we prioritize those from year 1 critical to year 5 less critical, right? And then we have a game plan to address those. Do we have that?
Yes, actually, I believe the dollar
And I
amount.
think it was like 600,000.
Yeah, that was 550, between
550,
550 and
okay.
600, and I think that was it. A lot of it, Mr. McLean felt that we've been attacking in-house, to be honest with you. Those were,
That's good, great.
architectural, so we're
Great.
saving money on that. But I can definitely get, that amount, and I'd probably go with whatever the amount is, I know I provided it before, we use that as the high end. And then also the 315 for the pack and play. Pack and play. You guys got me. All right. So I'm trying not to go back to that phase of my life. But I can include life safety in there district-wide. I can include the wash and pack building, and then, which is roughly between the two projects, probably slightly under, under $1 million.
And I think from a board perspective, to keep from asking you guys, administrators, where we are with that, periodically you can update. You have a work down curve saying here you do in-house, you're going to do this in-house, you're going to contract it out, you check it off, and we finish and put it in our board information periodically.
But I think the timeline is important, so that
It
if
is.
it's
Yeah.
600.
So we
put-
checks and balances
figure
that you're
three-
getting this done. That's
Figure
what we-
300 in summer of '26, figure 300 of '27.
Yes.
That allows Jason and his team to figure out a plan,
Exactly.
but it's not forgotten. And then the pack and wash is another one that now that it's not going to happen in the fall, but at least in the spring, it's on here, or in the summer, or whenever it happens. But now we've got it in here because with some of the contingencies that we have left over and that one more variable, after that, we should be, at least Jason will be able to nail down, we'll be solid then.
Yeah, and doing stuff in-house, Janine, is very cost effective because when we get these life safety survey back and the cost estimate, they're by union contractors, right? So we had at one point a light cover switch for a contractor to install that was like $300 for a 59-cent switch, a dollar switch. Jason can do it with his guys for whatever the hourly rate we pay our guys. So that's a cost effectiveness
Right.
that he's looking to do by doing a lot of things that was identified in-house. Not just electrical, could be other things.
And the committee's a good idea because I think I've mentioned to Jason, Mr. Okrzinski, that the field house in the high school is in rough shape. We have other parking lots that might need work done. I think the boilers are in good shape. I know Balmoral was replaced. I mean, I think
we
it
have
for most
all-
of them.
all- yeah,
But
we
some
have
of the
the
big
boilers.
ticket items we gotta be careful of.
Yeah.
Another roof somewhere else, but at least the committee can figure that out.
And again,
I want to
something-
be on a committee.
But
Anybody
something
else?
can be, and the last thing I'm gonna say on this, some of the things as Bill identified, these big ticket items like a roof or whatever, or a boiler, they may not be considered life safety. But those are things that we need to do.
Sure.
Okay.
Now, with the wash and play,
I said some things, I just
Function
threw a
pack.
boiler out there, and I think boilers is not. And I think, yeah, I don't think a boiler per se is a life safety issue.
wash and pack.
I don't think in furnace and heating elements. Yeah, water is, and water at one point wasn't. That's why we had to change all those pipes. Somehow, the state said that's a life safety issue, potable water. Yeah.
Quick
Yeah,
question.
you drink it.
So you
Right,
know
at
how
one
the
point it was not-
washing?
It was not life safety at one point.
Go ahead.
Oh, just, you know how part of the wash and pack was a grant funded, that 50,000? Are there timelines on when we have to account for that money? Is it allowed to just sit there? Or?
No, it needs to be spent by FY '26, so there is a time.
So that's part of the timeline?
Yeah, so there is
pieces.
a
Okay.
timeline with that.
So the 50,000 is just a portion to pay for the wash and pack,
Well,
right?
yeah, it-
And
It's gonna supply it, or,
If you look at the project in
Puts-
totality, it's 365.
Okay.
50 for the building and its contents, and then 315 is the.
so my other question, and I'm definitely for the wash and pack because I think it's so unique. What ensures us that when this teacher decides to become a principal, go in administration, go to a district and rule, wherever, leaves or moves up, that we are going to continue to be able to sustain?
sustainability.
Yes.
That's a, yeah.
Because we get this and then we have just this one person who uses it or can use it, and then after that.
And that's a valid point, being a former CTE teacher.
Right, you don't
and
have to answer
administrator.
that now, but that's
I was
just
just gonna
something to
let you
think
know, we got
about.
a wonderful personnel and culture department. Dr. Melenchenko leads recruitment. So if it ever came to that, he'd be sure to get that position staffed and filled immediately to ensure the
I
sustainability.
like the
Good
way, I
answer,
like the
good
way you
answer.
think.
I'm in education, and I know that is not easy to do.
I just have one follow-up question. We're talking about the opportunity to sell additional alternative bonds for either 5 million or 7 million. And I want to, maybe you can go back and talk to your team, talk to our bond counsel or our PMA to see where we are with potentially selling working cash bonds. I know there's a limitation. I can't remember the formula. I think it's like 85% of EAV or something is our max. And I know at one point we were maxed out with working cash bond. Would it be beneficial, more beneficial for us to sell working cash bonds or alternative bonds? Alternative bonds are to be paid by a source identified. In our case, it was the TIF money, right? From TIF 5. University Park. So we have to identify how we're going to pay for the alternative bonds, which we already did. That's captured at 5 million, but you're saying we can go up another 2 million. But working cash, is it more favorable to sell the working cash as opposed to alternative bonds?
Actually, Brian and I have a meeting scheduled with Bob Lewis, I believe.
Okay, ask Bob that question.
I believe Thursday.
And where's our max at? Because,
that's part of it.
because you know, I see some dark spots ahead moving forward financially. And working cash in the past has put us in a position to get through these dark spots, right? But if we maxed out, and I think doing our financing and borrowing over for all the renovation that we have done over the last couple of years, that I think we maxed out on working cash. So, but as we pay off things, we can borrow more working
reissue,
cash.
yeah.
So I need to know where we are with that.
And that's a topic that we were going to discuss with him when we do.
Okay, I appreciate it. Okay,
And that's a good point, because if there's 6.1 million available,
yes,
and then a little bit of contingency plus the 2 life safety and the wash and pack,
yes.
may not have to borrow for this, but for working cash is correct.
and I
But
don't
that
kn-
gives us the availability, but we
Yes.
haven't, I
Yeah.
wouldn't rush, because the other thing is with PMA, when's a good time? Maybe now's not the time, maybe next year, 26 second quarter, 26 third quarter, fourth quarter, then we can make that decision, because we have till March of 27.
Yeah, and I think working cash, you have more flexibility on allocating that money to different items, different sections, different funds and all, I believe. So, yeah, if you can look into that and see which one is best, working cash or alternative bonds, in this case here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, like Brian and I were getting ahead of it. We had the debt conversation amongst ourselves, and we were in touch with Mr. Lewis, so definitely bring that up when we meet with him, and I believe it's scheduled for Thursday at 10:30.
Okay.
And is our deadline coming from 12 million down to 10 at the end of this year?
I know that's one
It's
thing that I
coming
want to
soon.
talk about, yeah. and
Our deadline is coming from 12 million down to 10.
10, so that may be part of what President Brown's talking about with the working cash window, so I'll
Okay.
definitely have some clarity after meeting with him on Thursday, and then include that in FYI for the board.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good job.
So I think what we need from the board is we need to have, we would like to have 2 board members that would be willing to participate. I believe Dr. Hall's made it clear that he would like to participate. We need perhaps 1 more, because
Thank
we'd
you.
like to start putting these
Thank you,
together.
Elizabeth. I'm sorry.
We'd like to start putting these together so we can start prioritizing these projects. So, Mr. Brown, you can help
Facilitate that?
figure out who those 2 board members
so,
would be.
so
So
Dr.
I do
Hall
have Dr. Hall's one. I just-
Dr. Hall is voluntold, okay, and Elizabeth, you okay? Your job is pretty hectic now, okay? We can do Alex, so. You wanna go for it?
There, like I said, depending on people's schedule, you know, clearly it's gonna have to be probably after work hours, but kind of like the 3 to 4 o'clock area, 3 to 5, somewhere in there.
Give it a shot if you feel, and you feel like it's too much of a load, let us know. Because we gotta get you involved in some of these ancillary issues.
Thank you.
Okay,
So Elizabeth as
Next
well.
up is old business.
Oh, I have an item.
Oh, do we do personnel and culture? Sorry,
Oh.
sorry, personnel and culture. Hi, and Dr. M just kind of let's,
No, he doesn't have anything.
down here?
No.
Who have personnel and culture? You? Or what?
Oh, I have an old business item.
Oh, what about personnel and culture?
I have nothing, we have nothing for that. It's just on there as a placeholder,
Oh, okay.
just in case.
In case something comes up.
Something come up. Okay, old business.
So I just want to let the board know, as you recall, we had MEC, we opened up the bid process. We did have one individual in the community that was interested, that's why we reposted it. At the time of his consideration, he had asked to see the reports of all the repairs and things like that. And at that time, I think he was a little bit nervous, and so did not put in the bid for it. However, today, Jason and I did meet with him, and so he's interested in having a tour of the facility, so we're going to set that up tomorrow. And
I like that.
he
What
is,
time- what time
he
tomorrow?
is still interested.
What time tomorrow?
Thursday, excuse me, Thursday, 9 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, so just letting you know, there is still some interest out there. So if he would like to pursue it, then I will come back to the board to see if you're interested in reposting and reopening that bid process so that he could apply. So just giving you some information on that. I'll tell you in the FYI where we're at. Okay?
Okay, send me an invite, Jason, because I wanted to go look at it. I talked to Jason a couple of days ago. I just wanted to see, I'll bring my list of open items with me that I've had for a while, and just kind of do a visual and look and see
Sure.
what those things are. Not only the life safety, but the renovation or the physical assessment part of it as well. Okay, so that's the only thing for you? Any other old business? Oh, you know what? I don't know if this is old business or new business, but I don't know if it came up. But Alex is not able to continue on as being our liaison for SPEED. And SPEED is an organization that supports our district as well as many other districts of students with special needs that we cannot address in-house. And they meet once a month. So we're looking for a board member to take care of those duties. You don't have to have it, and let me know tonight, but if you can, let me know tomorrow,
They're generally at 7 o'clock and once a month.
once a month. And that physical location
It's in Chicago Heights, off Division.
You see
and
what's going on with what they
Lincoln
did.
Highway.
I think they have a superintendent, do
They
not?
do, they do,
have
and
a
it's just
superintendent
agenda,
and a
looks
board.
very similar to this.
And a board, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So, and we pay a certain amount for them to address the needs of our students that we cannot do in-house, right?
Yes, it's a co-op that we
It's a
utilize for services.
So think about it. I know everybody got a lot on their plate.
Is there a day of the week that they meet?
Thursday.
Thursday. Which Thursday? Like the third Thursdays?
Yeah, it's usually the same week as board meetings.
It's the Thursday that they meet.
Yeah, so the regular board meeting, you would
Did
have
catch
two.
did-
One on
did you
Tuesday,
catch
one on
that, Jamie?
Thursday.
It's the Thursday that they meet. Okay. All right, so that was kind of old business. And I think new business, I think we touched on that about opportunities to advertise on our scoreboard, the new scoreboard at the football field. And I think we kind of touched a little bit on that. And that's all I have. Anybody else, new business? We don't have another reason for a closed session. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
Moved.
Moved by Bill. I second. Elizabeth second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? We are adjourned. Thank you, public, for joining us. I know we extended time tonight, but be safe, be well until we meet each other again. Take care.